This historic site is the future home of Laurentian School of Architecture. Touring the CP Rail Telegraph Building was like stepping into the past. And Terrence Galvin, the director of Laurentian School of Architecture, says many of the original elements of the old building will be preserved.
I think it's clear in the adaptive reuse spirit to try to keep the heritage of the old building and the character of it. And that's a fairly complex discussion because people hear heritage and think preservation, but in an adaptive reuse way, it doesn't mean that. It means that the qualities of buildings, like the height of this building, the old moldings, the transom details above the doors, the bathroom paneling that was marble, the original CP door. There's a list of things, opening the stair that was closed in. As we developed the design with the architects, there was a list of things that became apparent that had been there, that sometimes are covered, sometimes they're hidden, sometimes they're taken off and really stored downstairs.
He says he believes the strongest way to tell the history and narrative of a building is through the building itself.
But there's a high level of kind of detective work that has to be done. So, you see a piece of hardware, sometimes you have to take it apart. You may find that someone can replicate it. You have to, find things like these old archival photos. And what's nice in a community is people have the stories. Someone tells you a story about sending a telegraph from here. Someone else has your photographs from their mother, that shows their aunts working in the space. So there's a kind of detective archaeological digging, and literally digging, I say, that has to go on in order to figure out what something might have been.
Arguably the most interesting renovation in the works is a bridge that will connect the CPR Telegraph Building with the 4-story studio building along Elm Street. Galvin says it will show the contrast between the old and the new.
The bridge comes through the building and then it goes all the way through, and it'll get expressed almost like a bay window on the Elgin Street side, and that's another example that shows you we have to cut the wall to make that bay window, but if you cut it respectfully and you put that through, then you see the new bridge and the new piece in relation to the old one, and those two things play off each other.
Now the renovations on these buildings will be starting sometime in the new year, and students and faculty of Laurentian will be able to move in September of 2013, with the renovations continuing until sometime in 2015. Catherine DeVeris, Eastlink TV News.